Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd do a video that is nothing new, but it might be a bit of a refresh for you, and it's how to quickly cheat your way to shiny nails. You don't need to use any polishes, you don't need to use any products, just two bits of equipment. You don't even really need the file, but it can definitely help to keep the shape. But a buffer. I have got videos that are quite old now where it's showing you the buffing paste and using the cushion, the chamois cushion, but the three-way buffer is really handy too, and you can cheat your way to shiny nails very quickly. It's also brilliant if you have dullness or you've got ridges. It's like everything though, if you've got a medical reason or there's a problem or you've got a nail condition or you think you might, or you're on certain medications that can change how your hands and your nails behave, don't just go ahead and do it. Check with the pharmacist, check with your doctor, your nurse. Just don't do anything relating to your nails that might cause you damage or might have a funny reaction if you haven't checked first. It takes a minute to check. But quite often on the channel, I'll get told, your nails look quite shiny or your nails look healthy, which is a compliment because I don't particularly, I'm not a nail person, if you know what I mean. I like to keep them short. These are too long, so I thought I'd actually show you what I consider too long. And believe me, see when they're short, you can't see them beyond the pads, but can you see here that you can? Oh, the moaning over the last 10 years, the whinging that I've had from people saying, your nails are too long to do a treatment on a client. I have long nail beds, right? And the free edge is too long for me just now, right? So you can see it beyond the pads. But this is as long as I want to go. I don't want to go any longer. So I'm going to shape these and file them down. But see, over the last 10 years, when you get people saying like, I'm a therapist and I wouldn't let you work on my clients. Oh, they were not growing beyond the pads, right? They were not too long. But that's probably one of the most common whinges that I would get, is that your nails are too long. Now, this is what I consider nails too long. These feel too long. But all those other videos where I had to very kindly say to someone, they're not growing beyond the pads, they're not too long. But there you go, that's the one thing that I would be guaranteed, not so much now, but in the past, oh, I wouldn't let you work on me. I wouldn't let you work on it. Oh, well, great, I don't want to work on you. So, so there's my whinge for the day. So anyway, I tend to have quite pinkish nail beds. They tend to be more pink, but I think that's just me. When I have low iron or I'm cold, it goes quite a dark pink. But you know yourself, if you can check for the circulation, it's always fine there. So what I like to do, I will file one or two, but I'm not literally going to file them all today because that's really not what it's about. So cheating your way to a quick shine. So I haven't actually done any buffing on my nails for over a month, but I think that it does maintain the shine. Can you see there's a little bit of shine there? Now, obviously you can put a product on. You can put anything you like on. You can put artificial nails on. They're not my favourite. I don't really like artificial nails. I don't like what they do to your nail, and I don't love long artificial nails. The people that wear them, hats off to you, because I don't know how you get on with your life. I find these annoying, and that's just a little bit too long, but they're bugging me, so I want to cut them down. Well, not cut, file them down. But the people that actually choose to wear long artificial nails, hats off to you, because I don't know how you do anything. But it's not for me, so I try not to wear polishes and things too often. I just try and keep it as natural as I can, purely because it's my preference and you don't have so much maintenance. So I'll show you very quickly how you can get a result. Now, as you get older, or if you've got a condition, or it could just be your genetics, you'll start to get ridges on your nails. Now, I can start to see, maybe if you catch the light, I can start to see some ridges on some of my nails, more the thumb. It's just age. You can't avoid it. And maybe if you've worked with older clients, or if you've got an older family member that looks after their nails, but you can see from when their nails were maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago to now, they might have quite noticeable ridges. There might be discoloration. This can help with that. Not saying it's going to take it away, but it can help. So three-way buffer rather, you've got smooth, you've got refine, you've got buff. The buff is what gives the shine. So smooth is basically going to take away. Now, I am left-handed and I'm using my right hand. So what I've noticed that I do is I move my hand. So I'm not actually I'm holding the buffer in one place and I'm moving my hand. Does anyone else do that when it's the other hand? And I guess that's because I'm left-handed and I'm like, right, left hand, you've got a job to do, move. So the buffer's not moving, it's me. But then when I'm doing the other hand, it's me moving the buffer. I find that quite amusing. I don't know if anyone else does that. So maybe I should change hands, or do you might find this amusing? So it's me, the left hand's doing the work. The left hand's doing the work. Right, but I'll do it this way because it feels more comfortable to show you. So you don't want to apply a lot of pressure because you don't want to basically you don't want to damage your nail. Now you buy these in the chemist, pharmacist, you know, Boots, anywhere, buy them online. So you don't want to damage the nail. So when you're doing the smooth, you're basically taking away ridges. And if you feel, I can feel very subtle ridges there. And then because I've just started smoothing this nail down, it feels smoother already. So you don't want to apply a deep pressure, you don't want to do it for ages, because what you're going to do, if you did actually take it too far, is cause irritation. You could potentially cause damage if you just go on and on and on. But you're also helping to boost circulation, bring nutrients into that nail, grow a healthier nail in theory. All these things are helping. Then we'll move on to refine. So this is just going to basically seal off and finish what you're doing. I still think it's hilarious that I'm not moving the buffer, I'm moving my hand. That makes me laugh so much. So look, I'm using the buffer here and I'm moving my hand here. Am I easy pleased, or is that funny? I don't know. Right, so that's it, refined. And again, you can spend the right time for you because everyone's different. And then when we move on to buff, this should be when you see a noticeable difference. And I hope you do see a noticeable difference, because that would be ironic if I chat to you about this and then we show one thumb done, one thumb not done, and there's no difference. But I normally find there is a difference. Oh, I should really try. It doesn't feel right though. Oh, welcome to my world. Oh dear. And then what I'll be doing as well is just filing these nails down because they're just a wee bit too long for me. And we'll just leave it there because it's just a little basic. So when I feel that nail, that feels softer and I can see the shine. And when I feel this nail, it's not massively ridged, but I can definitely see. Now, I don't think there's a massive difference there, but arguably, I feel this one catches the light and shines. This one does catch the light a tad, but the one on the left is just a bit more shiny and a bit more reflective. Do you get what I mean? But what I'll do is I'll work through all the other fingers just now, and then I'll let you see if there's a difference between left hand and right hand, and then there's one more tip that I'll show you too. So one hand done, one hand not done yet. Now, I don't think there's a huge difference, but I can just see that that's catching the light. Now, bearing in mind I do buff as well, so I'll have the residual effects of the buffing basically about once a month. But to me, that catches the light more reflectively, and that's just a tad duller. Still catching the light, but not quite as reflective. And that's probably because these fingers are freshly done, if that makes sense. I wonder if you can see it here. So they're freshly done, and they've still to be done. But these ones feel smoother because they've been smoothed, refined and buffed. And these ones just feel, again, not deep ridges, but you can tell that they would benefit from a buff. Buffing's not for everyone. Not everyone would benefit from it. If you don't want your nails to grow too quickly, you probably wouldn't want to buff because it does encourage quick growth. So if you don't want to buff, then one of my other tips is just to get a nail oil. And you know I love the Seams nail oil. You don't even need to get a nail oil if you don't want. You can just get olive oil, almond oil, anything apart from basically cooking oil. And then you just massage the nail oil or your chosen oil into the nail. Really make sure you catch the cuticles too. Obviously, the oil will take a bit of time to sink in, but that's another lovely way to get moisture in, and then once it's all soaked in, you'll have a lovely shine. and it's really easy. It's doing a lot for you. It's beneficial, it's nourishing. All of these things are good for your nails, but again, you've got to make sure that you know why you're doing it and if there's a reason why you shouldn't be doing it. And then very briefly, just to finish off, when I am choosing to file my nails, and again, I just feel that my thumb's getting a bit too long, and if you were working with clients and your nails are too long, it's not very hygienic, because if there's anything on their skin, or even dead skin cells, it's going under there. So number one, yuck. But also, you don't want to be scratching people. You don't want to be catching them. If anyone's ever accidentally been scratched by a nail, or if you are having a massage and they accidentally scratch you, it's not nice. So you're doing it for professionalism, for hygiene, and because it's comfortable. But what I tend to do, again, this isn't new, but you move from outside to middle, outside to middle. Because this is a glass nail file, you can just wash it when you're finished with it, sanitize it. But what I tend to do is just work my way down. So it's from middle, centre to middle, centre to middle. And then what you can do is just very gently tidy it up and seal it off. And then you work again, outside to middle, outside to middle. The more pressure that you apply, the quicker you reduce the nail. And you're just going until you get the shape that you want and you get the length that you want. And then again, you're just making sure that you're evening off the sides. But this isn't about filing nails. This is just about easy ways to get that shine if you want it. So I'll leave that there, but this is still too long. I'll keep going on that. But there you go. I hope you found that interesting. Let me know if you also do what I do, which is when you're working on the other hand, you actually move the hand and not the equipment. I think that's hilarious. I hope it's not just me, but if it is, oh well, there you go. But other than that, have a lovely day and I will see you again soon.